Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's the eCommerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart, Mroz, and John Suder. The eCommerce Minute is a production of SUMO Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com.
It's eCommerce Minute episode 662.
In today's episode, Amazon one-tap rating system helps fight fake reviews.
Back in the fall of 2019, TechCrunch had reported that Amazon was testing an easier way for people to leave product feedback with the launch of one-tap ratings. The change was meant to encourage those who don't have an interest in writing reviews to still share their opinion about the product, which benefits the larger Amazon community of shoppers who are reliant on ratings and reviews to make better purchasing decisions. Now, Vox is reporting on the progress of the addition. To use the new feature, just tap once to leave your star rating on any item. This eliminates the need of having to fill out additional feeds like a review title and written review as previously required. Once you tap your review, you'll see a green checkmark confirming the submission. You'll also be able to access these one-tap ratings from a number of places, including the Your Orders page on Amazon, where you can tap the Write a Review button by going to a product page directly or by responding to solicitations sent to you from Amazon or those that appear on the homepage when you log in. Only those one-tap ratings from verified purchases will contribute to the product's overall star rating. You're also able to expand on your feedback later on if you choose by adding a review, photos, or video. Vox now reports that the change has already led to an increase in overall customer feedback, a competitive advantage that Amazon has over many of its biggest brick-and-mortar competitors. New products are also generating feedback on Amazon sooner, which could be a boon for new brands and sellers. Some industry observers believe another indirect impact of the change will be a significant increase in authentic ratings that will make it harder for fake reviews to break through the noise. The new rating feature comes at a time where fake online reviews, and Amazon in particular, have been coming under fire. Last year, the Federal Trade Commission brought its first case involving paid fake reviews, settling a complaint against an Amazon seller who purchased fake 5-star reviews for a weight loss supplement. Amazon has also filed at least 5 lawsuits related to fake review schemes over the last 5 years. This is a necessary step that Amazon needed to take to gain a little consumer trust back as a treat. I think it's good. I'm sure somebody will figure a way around it.
Honestly.
It says it right here. Oh, they're trying to get around the verified purchase requirement. Great.
Yep. I have the receipts already. I love being cynical.
All right.
We're too cynical.
Where's the tea?
Oh, just the downsides. And one popular method is to recruit buyers in private Facebook groups with a promise to refund them for their purchase via PayPal.
So yeah, fake reviews are not a new thing, and there's been some stories that came out in the past. There was one story where these people were getting product shipped to their house that they didn't order. And at first it seemed like, oh, this is a funny thing. Why did I get these charger cables? And why did I get this battery charger? And why did I get this XYZ? The stuff started to pile up. They couldn't understand why. They'd call Amazon, and Amazon would go, meh. Somebody paid for it. What do you care? We don't care. You can send it back or not. We don't care, because at that point, it's the product's already off the inventory. And so it turned out that there were people, certain sellers, who were trying to get verified purchase status. So they would buy their own product and ship it to rando consumers just to get the verified buyer rating.
That's dirty. That's grimy.
But the point I'm trying to make is that they must be making so much money from Amazon that it's worth it for them to just give away X% of their inventory and just buy it for someone else and send it to them. Just so they can say, Jane Doe bought these battery cables and boy, they really like them. You know, it's like.
I would love to see the numbers on that.
I would too. I think the story goes back a little while, so I don't know what the deal is with that now. I don't know if that's something that still happens, but that's one of the crazier stories. But every time you go on Amazon, what do you search for first? You go price, then you go, okay, all things being equal. Now I'm looking at these brand names, which is Shinju, Nancy Joy, Subi, like it's just made up names. And you're going, okay, well, there's no brands here. How do I further filter down? Well, let's look at the star ratings. You got everything's got 4.5 stars. It's like, this product worked exactly as described. And you're going, okay, cool. I don't know if that means it's good or not. So the unfortunate part is that brands and sellers depend on honest feedback. And all it takes is one or a couple sour people that have too much time in their hands to throw a couple 1 stars in there. That's detrimental when maybe the product only has 10 reviews. When you've got something that's got thousands of reviews, it's hard to figure out. And it's a shame because you're not shopping for a product, you're working on a mystery.
Yeah.
You're decoding a mystery.
We always say too, like, context is key, and nobody has the time to, like, okay, so say you see a product and it has like a 3-star rating, but that product has 10 1-star ratings from people who were complaining about the fact that there was too much plastic in the packaging. You know what I mean? It doesn't not even reflect the product.
Right. Or it's like, I called and the man was rude.
Yeah.
Who did you call? Was it a guy at Amazon? Did you misdial and got your cousin instead? I mean, there's no context there. So,
right. And I think that Yelp and services like that could take note from Amazon trying to crack down on like sketchy reviews like this.
Oh yeah. I mean, Yelp's a whole other thing. It's like, I walked in and it was dark. 1 star.
Literally. And the same thing goes for product descriptions on Amazon. Like, it's ridiculous and it's so unfair.
Agreed.
And yet people are still finding their way around it.
Yeah. You know, grifter's going to grift. What's my favorite saying? Grifter's going to grift. All right. Close this up with a few stats. Industry experts say that only 0.5 to 3% of customers typically provide a review or ratings for products bought online. I will agree with that. And what I really dislike is when I buy something and I get the 3 emails afterwards. How did you like your product?
I know.
And the one empathetic part of me says, oh, I feel bad. I should write a review. And the other one was like, dude, you got your money. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Some 82% of American adults check product reviews before making a purchase. But the way we evaluate these reviews and determine the trustworthiness of a product is alarmingly simplistic. Research shows that we're more swayed by a simple star rating than what reviewers actually write. So Amazon probably has a good idea here. That is according to The Hustle. A recent review meta-analysis determined that in March 2019 alone, Amazon was hit with a flurry of more than 2 million unverified reviews. That is, reviews that can't be confirmed as purchases made through Amazon. 99.6% of which were 5 stars, also courtesy of The Hustle. I don't know if this is a solution, but it's at least a positive way forward. We'll have to keep an eye on this one. Brett, you got anything else?
The Hustle spilled some tea with those stats.
They sure did. They are the tea spillers. If you're wondering what we're talking about, it's the newsletter called The Hustle. I recommend that you subscribe. Also, subscribe to our newsletter, the SUMO Heavy Weekly newsletter, where you get chock full of e-commerce news dropped hot in your mailbox, 8 a.m. every Friday morning. If you want to learn how to subscribe or follow us on social media or any other information about the host of the show, just check the show notes for whatever app you're using to listen to this wonderful podcast. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow.
That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at SUMO Heavy.